backbone gonna roll, but
the pens tonight, we didn't cover them Monday. It's Yokoshiho Gatame and Kuzuri Yokoshiho Gatame. And these are really, really strong pens. You don't really want to get into them or depend on them. And that's true for every pen, as I mentioned before. And so, I'll use a bigger bouquet this time. I'll use Brian. Go ahead on your back, yeah. So, Yokoshiho Gatame, we're just going to talk about it for a little bit. There's a formal way of doing it, you know, the way we test it. And then there's variations of it, which are everywhere. And for me personally, I like the variations. I just feel more comfortable with them. But we'll practice the formal way first. So, first off, we're just going to start out here on the side. I'm just going to show you what this pin is. So, Yokoshiho Gatame, I think it's a side quarters pin. Alright? So, if you think about pins, you can split the body up into 4 sections. Alright, you've got a corner here, corner here, corner here, and corner here. Yoko is side. We're controlling the side of the body. Tate Shiho Gatame, this one, it's like parallel quarters. Your chest to chest, stomach to stomach. Kami Shiho, upper quarters. Then that's really about it from the quarters perspective. You got Keza Gatame, you're kind of checking this quarter, but it means start. The start hold. And Kuzuri Keza Gatame is reversed. But anyway, that's just a little bit of background behind how to remember the pens. You split the body into quarters, you can remember them if you know your Japanese. So Yokoshiho Gatame is the side quarters pen. Alright, so notice, remember all these drills we do, that we make you do, you never really know why? This comes into play here. And I always yell at you to keep your toes on the ground. That comes into play here. So I'm rolling on top of him. This is where I want to be. I want my weight on his side. If I get too far over, you're making it easier for him to roll me over, okay? So you want to be off to the side, because you got to think about it. If all my weight's way the heck out there, he's got to do a lot more work to roll me over. This hand is going to reach under the neck, grab the lapel. You don't want to make life easy for him. If he can rest his head on the ground, he can sleep there, that's bad. You want to grab it, torque it up. Get that little ridge wrist into his neck. Here's the reason why. If his head is relaxed, he can bridge, right? Go ahead and bridge. When he bridges, he can make me move. By torquing that neck, now bridge. It's a lot harder. I take away some of his movement. Pins are all about constricting movement, all right? So I get this grip with the hand near the head, torque it into his neck. This left hand, this is the one I personally struggle with this, but I know a lot of people that have success with it. You're going to go between the legs, you're going to grab the tail or the belt, or whatever you can get. Now, you don't want to be up here. This isn't WWF, though I've seen people get this work, because his legs more than likely going to be stronger than my arm. If he breaks it, that sucks. But if I get here and I get low, he can try to break all day. There's nothing he can do about it, okay? So this is ultimately the traditional Keza Gatame. Now we're here. I got the leg, the tail, the gi here. I got the head locked up. Now remember that drill? We suck him in. That does a couple things. It curves his body, makes it real uncomfortable for him. It also just pulls me in deeper. All right? So this is your standard traditional Yokoshiho Gatame. Do you guys have anything else to add to it?
No, I have a question though. You said with the rule changes now that you can't grab.
On the Newaza,
Newaza,
it's okay.
On the ground, it's okay.
Once you go down to the Newaza, you can grab the legs and this. You can do all sorts of stuff with this still. It's just Hachiwaza. So from here, it's okay. Anything else to add on to this pen? Does anyone have any comments? Oh, another thing. See what I'm doing right here with my head up high? Don't do that. Ugh. Or he'll bring up his right leg. Ugh. I'm toasted. I like to keep it down here. All right. And when it squirms, I just keep the pressure on. That's the traditional method right here. Your feet can be spread out. And now I've heard some coaches teach be on the balls of your feet and put your hips up. I've never really been good at that. I tend to relax and I just start working my way in. And that's what I like. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
One is that sometimes put the leg up. Yeah. In there to keep it from turning in.
Yes.
Keep the knees from coming down.
And so this theoretically becomes a Kuzuri Yokoshiho Gatame, a modified one. So this is how you're going to test it. Let's put it that way. You're going to be here, you're going to be grabbing the head, you're going to be pulling in tight, toes on the ground, feet spread out, controlling the side of the body. Alright? So that's Yokoshiho Gatame. Now, there's a lot of variations. One, get this knee up. This is really, really nice. I like it. Because from here, he can spin his hips into me, right? He can start getting control of me. I don't like that. So I like to jam my knee into his socket. Now when he moves, it's harder. And then also, if he turns in, I've got this shoulder here. I can control his body. I even like to get both knees up. It's a little bit high. It's not as painful for him, but I just feel better control here. Now, I've still got his leg. I've still got his head. Kuzuri Gatame can also be without the leg. I can just be here, cupping the shoulder. I've heard some people call it Mune Gatame. I guess it's still Kuzuri Yokoshiho. But this is perfectly fine. You can even come out here. All right? At a very minimum, you probably want the knee and the hip so he can't roll into you. And I really like just being here. Primarily because I can just transition so easily. If he tries to roll away from me, I drop my hips back. If he rolls into me, I can go into Keza Gatame. If he starts squirming more, it's just really easy for me to transition. That's why I like it. So this is more of a Kuzuri Keza Gatame. I'm still controlling the side of the body. I'm keeping them tight. But that's really all there is to it. Did anyone have anything else to add? Any thoughts?
It was super heavy on my chest too. It felt like there was a safe just smashing me. So how much do you weigh?
160.
I'm 210. That's a lot of weight. Like I feel all 160 and I'm like right freaking here.
Yeah, you are centralizing it. I've been pinned with just like someone just Maji does it to me all the time. For those of you who know Maji, I still don't know what he does, but basically he's doing something just like that to me, and I can't get out. Like I literally can't get out. He might have this arm hooked, and I don't have any. Everything's free, and as long as you have those right points controlled, he can't go anywhere. He can't roll away, obviously, because his arm's locked up, and he can't roll into me for whatever reason. I don't know exactly how Maji does it. I think it's a little bit better than this, but he's got my shoulder locked, and I just wail like a small child, and I can't escape. And he laughs at me and chokes me. So it's a common occurrence. But do I need to explain that again, or is everyone comfortable with it? Does everyone just want to give it a go?
Do this.
Let's do it. All right, just practice it for a bit.